They had a whole plan. They were in it, moving pieces, feeling confident, telling themselves they had you figured out, telling themselves they knew exactly how this was going to go. And then something made them look up, and what they saw standing behind you. They put the piece back down, just like that, mid-move, plan dropped, because what they saw behind you was not what they came prepared for, not even close. And I need you to stay with that image for a second, because I want you to feel exactly what they felt in that moment. Because they came for you. They actually came for you. With a plan and confidence, and probably a whole story in their head about how small you were going to look when they were done. And instead, they're the one who looks small right now. They're the one who's scared. They're the one who can't sleep, can't stop thinking, can't make their next move because they don't know what's on the other side of it. They don't know what comes back when they mess with you. And they found out the hard way that something always comes back. And you're just living your life unbothered, still moving, still building, still completely calm. And that calm is the thing that broke them. Not a fight, not retaliation, not a single word from you. Just your face when they did the thing. Or maybe the absence of your face. And maybe you just went quiet and went back to your life, and they've been sitting in that silence ever since, wondering what it means. I'm going to tell you what it means. And I'm going to tell you exactly what is happening with this person right now, why they can't move, why they can't stop thinking about you, and what is actually standing behind you that has them this terrified. But first, if you have never been to this channel before, I want to take just a second because I need you to know what kind of space you just walked into. This is not a channel where I tell you what you want to hear. This is not a channel where every reading is rainbows and everyone loves you and everything is fine. I read what I actually see. I say the uncomfortable thing. I go where the cards take me, even when it's not pretty. And if you have been searching for a reader who doesn't sugarcoat, who treats you like someone who can handle the truth, who actually sits with your energy instead of just performing for the camera, you just found your channel. So if this is your first time here, subscribe right now, because the reading I'm about to give you is not something you're going to want to miss in the middle. And if you've been here before, you already know. Stay with me. Take what resonates. Leave what doesn't. And let's get into it, because this person is frozen right now, and I have a lot to say about why. So this person had a move. They made the move, and they were waiting for you to fall apart. You didn't. And that right there is what broke them. Not something you did back, not a fight, not drama, just you. Still standing, still moving, still completely unbothered. And I'm going to be honest with you. Something about how panicked they are right now is, okay, it's almost funny to me. Like, genuinely. Because they came in so confident. They thought they had you figured out. They thought you were someone they could read, someone they could move, someone they could shake. They were so wrong. And now they know it. So this is them. Right now, today, all this energy, all this restlessness. They want to do something. They want to say something. They've probably rehearsed it, like practice the conversation in their head 10 times, 20 times, and then they think about approaching you, and they stop. Every single time. They stop because something in them knows if they come for you, they are not just coming for you. And that is the thing they cannot shake. That is the thing that has them frozen. They thought they were dealing with one person. They were not dealing with one person. You come with backup. And they felt it, And listen, the fact that they felt it without you saying a word, that's actually everything. You didn't have to announce it. You didn't have to warn them. They just felt it. In how you carry yourself, in the way you didn't react, in the way you just kept going, like they didn't even land because they didn't. And this is your energy. This is what they see when they look at you. Someone so settled, so calm, so in their own world. You're not scrambling. You're not performing. You just genuinely do not look rattled. And for someone who tried to rattle you, that is the most terrifying thing they could possibly see. They needed you to react. They needed to see impact. The reaction tells them the move worked. The reaction tells them they have power over you. You gave them nothing. And that nothing is louder than anything you could have said back. I want to say this clearly because I need you to hear it. You are not easy to get to. You know that, right? Like, there is something in you that is just solid, built, real. And people feel that. The people who are good for you feel it and they love you for it. And the people who wanted to use you against yourself feel it and it terrifies them. You're not untouchable because you're cold. You're untouchable because you're rooted. That's different. That's everything. Okay, so here's what's happening in their head. Confusion. Straight up confusion. They had a whole story about who you are, what you can handle, what would break you, how you'd respond, and none of it matched what actually happened. So now they're going back through everything, every interaction, every word, every moment, looking for the thing that explains you. They can't find it. And that is so funny to me. Like, I'm sorry, but they studied you. They really thought they could figure you out. And the more they look, the less sense you make to them because you're not operating from the same place they're operating from. You're on a completely different level. And they don't even have the language for the level you're on. They're looking at the map, but you're not even on the same map. And now they have questions, so many questions. And the main one, the one that keeps coming back is who is behind you? Who's backing you? Who's in your corner that they couldn't see? Wait, I need to pull on this because this just got more specific. And they're scared of what comes back. Like, genuinely scared, not nervous, scared because something came back already. I'm feeling that clearly. They did something, said something, tried something, moved against you in some way, and something returned to them. And they weren't expecting that. And now they're sitting with it and they're like, did she do that? Did she call that in? And here's where I have to try not to laugh because they think you did something, like on purpose, like you orchestrated it. You didn't have to orchestrate anything. That's the whole point. That's the whole thing they cannot understand. When you're genuinely protected, genuinely aligned, you don't have to manage it. You just live. And the rest handles itself, but they don't know that. And trying to explain it to them would be like trying to explain color to someone who's never seen it. So they're sitting there convinced you made a move they can't see, and they're terrified to make another move in case something else comes back. They are paralyzed by your peace. Okay? So here we go. This is the card I was waiting for because this explains everything underneath all the fear, obsession, not just thinks about you sometimes, full, constant, can't turn it off obsession. You are on their mind every day. Like there is a tab open in their brain and the tab is you and it does not close. They're scrolling your stuff. They're replaying conversations. They're comparing their life to yours and they are losing that comparison every single time. Because here's what I'm seeing. They look at their life and they look at your life and they see the gap. You move forward, things work out for you, You say something is going to happen, and then it happens. You started something, and it's growing. You made a decision, and it was right. And their life feels stuck, scattered, like they're lost and they don't have a compass. And you look like you always know exactly where you're going. So they watch you. They keep watching you, hoping something rubs off, hoping if they stay close enough in your orbit, they'll figure out the thing you figured out. And here's the part that made me stop when I felt it. They want to be you, like straight up. Not like you. They want to trade places with you. They want what you have, the calm, the protection, the way things move when you speak, and they don't know how to get it, so they just watch. It's wild. It really is. For some of you, this is someone from your past, someone you moved on from, someone who burned something with you, the relationship, the friendship, the connection. And now they're on the outside watching what you've built since, and they can't believe it. They thought cutting you off or going against you would mean something bad for you. Instead, you just grew without them, bigger and better. And they are not okay about it. For others of you, this is someone current, someone in your space right now, and you've felt it. That weird energy from them, that thing where they act one way to your face and you can feel something else underneath it. Your gut has been telling you something is off. Your gut is right. It's always right. We'll come back to that. Now, let me talk about you for a second. Just you. Because this card is yours, and what it's showing me is that you are in a creative season right now. You are building something, moving towards something. You have a direction and you are going in it. And you have to understand that movement is part of what's making this person crazy. They're stuck. You're moving. They look over and you've done something new, started something, taken a step, and they cannot keep up. You are the type of person who decides something and actually does it. Like you don't just say it, you do it. And that quality is so rare that people who don't have it can't even explain what they're watching. They just know you're different. They know something is happening with you that isn't happening with them. You said you were going to do something. You did it. You said something was going to work out. It worked out. And now someone is standing there going, how does she keep doing that? Because you know who you are. Because you trust what you feel, because you've done the inner work to get quiet enough to hear yourself. That's the whole secret. But you can't hand that to someone. They have to build it, and this person hasn't built it yet. So they watch you instead. Okay, and this just confirmed something I want to say directly. You have a gift with your words, like specifically your words. When you say something, when you really mean it and you put it out there, things shift, things move, people pay attention. And I don't mean in a performance way. I mean there's actual weight to what you speak. Real charge, real effect. This person has felt that. They've heard you say something and watched it happen. And they don't know what to do with that. It doesn't fit in the box they built for you. And listen, this is important. That gift needs your attention right now. Not their drama, not their fear, not whatever they're doing in their corner. Your gift, your creative work, whatever you are building, that gets everything. They get nothing. Drop a comment right now if this is landing for you. I want to know you're here. I want to know you felt this. And if you're not subscribed yet, do it now, because we're just getting into it. And this is the part of you that already knew. Like you knew something was off with this person before you could prove it. You felt it. That quiet knowing that sits underneath everything, that doesn't need evidence, that just knows. That's this card. That's you. And I think someone in your life, maybe more than once, told you that you were imagining it, that you were being too sensitive, that you were reading too much into things. You were not imagining it. You were reading it correctly every time. And someone needed you to doubt that read so you'd stop trusting yourself, so you'd stay confused, so you'd be easier to move. It didn't work long term because that knowing in you is not something that goes away. It gets quieter when you stop listening to it, but it doesn't leave. And it's been right about this person from the start. Trust it, not just now, always. That thing in you that knows, trust it. And what I am looking at right now is they almost reached out to you. I'm feeling this clearly. There was a moment, maybe recently, where they almost did it, almost sent the message, almost said the thing, and they stopped. Because they don't know what's on the other side of that. And honestly, that uncertainty is yours. You created that without doing a single thing. Just by being who you are. By not reacting, by not chasing, by not giving them the roadmap of how to get to you. They don't have the roadmap, and it's driving them insane. You're going to notice something shift in how they act around you if you haven't already, something slightly off, like they're trying too hard, or going too quiet, or doing something that doesn't quite make sense. A weird move, a strange energy, something that makes you tilt your head, like, okay, what is that? That's them, trying to figure out their next step while being completely afraid of what your next step might be. You're not imagining it, and you don't have to do anything about it. That's the beautiful part. You genuinely do not have to do a single thing. And this is the shift. This is the turn, because this is now not about them at all. This is yours, a beginning, something new, a spark on something that has been building quietly and is ready to actually start. And I need you to receive this because I think you've been carrying a lot of their energy in your field without fully realizing it. Like just living your life while also navigating this other thing. Using energy to stay calm, using energy to not react, using energy to protect your peace. And this card is saying that chapter is closing. The energy is coming back to you now, back to what you're building, back to what matters. Now is the time to name the thing, the project, the goal, the direction, whatever you've been thinking about but haven't fully committed to out loud yet. Say it, even just to yourself, because you know what happens when you say things. You know what your words do. Say the right things now. For some of you, this is a creative project, something you make, a channel, a business, a body of work, something you've been sitting on because it didn't feel like the right time. This is the right time. For others of you, this is a life decision, a direction that keeps being the answer even when you try to talk yourself out of it, the thing that keeps coming back. Go that way. Stop waiting for more confirmation. This is the confirmation. And I am seeing something, okay, so this is how you do it. Not loud, not by force, not by proving something to anyone, just by knowing what you are and moving from that. That's the specific thing about you that this person cannot replicate no matter how much they watch you. They can copy what you do. They cannot copy what you know about yourself. They cannot copy the quiet certainty you have underneath everything, because that's not a technique. That's not a strategy. That's who you actually are. And that settled, rooted, unperformable certainty is what they saw standing behind you. Not something outside of you. You, who you chose to become, what you built when nobody was watching. The decisions you made in the quiet that nobody gave you credit for. That's the backup. That's the protection. That's the thing they can't see the end of. Now, let me give you some confirmation. because I want you to feel personally seen right now. Not just generally, specifically. You or someone very close to this situation could be a Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, or Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising, any of those placements. That's who I keep feeling in this energy. I'm also getting the number 8 and 11 and 44. If those numbers have been following you on clocks, receipts, license plates, anywhere, that's not a coincidence. That's confirmation that you are on the right path, and this reading is for you. I'm feeling like you may have gone through something significant in the last 6 to 18 months, something that tested you in a real way, something where a lot of people would have folded and you didn't. You bent, but you didn't break. And what came out on the other side of that was a version of you that is quieter and stronger and much harder to move than you used to be. This person knew the before version of you. They're dealing with the after version. And they were not prepared for the difference. I'm also getting that you have a strong connection to your dreams. Like you receive actual information while you sleep. Messages, clarity, answers to things you were sitting with. If that resonates, pay attention to what's coming through right now. Something is coming through in that space that you need. And one more thing, someone in your life, not this person, someone else, someone who genuinely loves you, someone who is actually in your corner, they've been watching your growth and they are so proud of you. They might not have said it exactly right. They might not say it enough, but it's there. Someone in your real life sees you clearly and thinks you are remarkable. I just felt that strongly, and I had to say it. And this is where I want to leave this, because this card is not about them at all. This card is entirely about you and what's ahead. Hope that is not naive. That's what this card is. Not wishful thinking, not pretending. Real hope, the kind that comes from someone who has looked at the hard thing directly and decided to keep going anyway. You have done that more times than you've been given credit for. You have chosen to stay open when it would have been so much easier to close. You got hurt and you felt it and you kept moving. You stayed soft where soft was needed, and you built walls only where walls actually belonged. Most people cannot do that. They close everything or they protect nothing. You figured out the difference. And that calibration, that specific hard-won ability to know what to let in and what to keep out, is something you built, not something you were just handed. You built it, and the person who is terrified of you right now, they can see the result of it. They just can't see the work. They see the 9 of Pentacles, and they see the calm, and they see the protection, and they think it came from somewhere outside of you. Some ancient thing, some external backing. It came from you, every quiet decision, every time you chose not to become smaller. Every time you kept going when you could have quit. Every time you trusted yourself when someone told you not to. That's what they're afraid of. That's the thing behind you. You are the thing behind you. And that is completely untouchable. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to stop spending even a little corner of your energy on this person's fear. Not because they don't deserve consequence, they do, but because that's not your job. Your job is the thing you're building. The creative season you're in, the direction you're moving. Let them be afraid. Let them watch. Let them try to figure out what you know that they don't. You just keep going. Because you know what happens when you decide something? You know what your words do when you mean them? You know what your life looks like when you're fully in it and fully moving and fully yours. Go be that. The watching they're doing, the obsession, the frozen energy, the rehearsed apology they keep not delivering, none of that gets to live in your creative space. None of that gets your attention. None of that gets a single hour of the season you are in right now. You don't walk alone. You never did. But more than that, you know exactly who you are. And nothing they do changes that. Nothing they say changes that. Nothing they try changes that. You are so much further along than they will ever understand. Keep going. If this reading was for you, leave something in the comments. A number, a word, anything. I want to know you felt it. Share this with someone who needs to hear it today. Subscribe if you're not already. I put out real readings here. Nothing surface level. I'll see you in the next one.